My difficult midlife transition started with a bang. Really, more like a boom, like a bomb going off. On Christmas Eve of 2002, the same year that my father had died and my mother was in a coma, my husband of 22 years looked across the room and very nonchalantly told me that he had secretly lost every single penny of our money on a very ill-considered business venture, and that he was leaving me and my daughter, and that he was moving across the country to live with an old girlfriend from high school who had been married and divorced a couple of times, had 5 children, and who just happened to be a former stripper. Boom! Merry Christmas to me. The next 10 years were absolute chaos and crisis for me. It went on for a full decade. I call it my decade of shock and awfulness. There were health crises, obviously terrible financial situation, working 12, 14 hours a day, 7 days a week, just trying to keep from falling through the cracks. I joke and say the only reason I didn't fall through the cracks is because my hips wouldn't fit. But there were many days in there when I was not laughing. But, and this is the big but, yes, in addition to the one I'm sitting on, this is the big but that I want to talk about, because everyone goes through difficult times. Mine was very difficult, and the but is I made it. I came out on the other side. It took a lot more time and struggle and patience and determination than I ever knew that I had, but it turns out I'm a lot more resilient than I thought. So if you are facing a difficult midlife transition, and midlife is a difficult time for women in general, and then something unexpected, a divorce, a death, a job loss, a move you didn't see coming, complicates that, I just want you to know that you too can make it through. And here is what I held on to through every day of those 10 years. In the beginning, of course, I wanted a big rescue. I wanted a quick answer. I wanted to win the lottery, preferably without buying a ticket, or a Superman, to come down and save me. That doesn't usually happen, and it certainly didn't happen for me. But what did happen, what I did get, were what I call little bits and pieces of enough. Enough to get me from one moment to the next, a small refund check, a few encouraging words, an inspirational song or movie, or I listened to someone speak, or I got a job assignment I didn't think I was going to get and I was able to pay my rent that month. Little bits and pieces of enough that add up to what I now call the power of enough. And the power of enough can not only get you through, it can transform your life. And I think the key to really activating and appreciating the power of enough is gratitude. I think you have to forget about the big rescue that's probably not coming, and you need to open your eyes and open your heart to see every small drop of mercy that does come your way, that gets you from moment to moment. And I have learned that it doesn't matter how small those drops are. If you will look at them through the lens of gratitude, somehow, magically, miraculously, even the smallest drop of mercy and grace magnifies until it is big enough to cover the biggest need. The smallest drop can cover the biggest need if it's viewed through the lens of gratitude. And that is really how I got through, and I can't imagine that that wouldn't help you face whatever crisis it is you're facing. Boom! Merry Christmas to us.